Hey guys, it's me, Alex Stein. I just want to say this has been a terrible meeting. I mean, it's been so boring. I just listening to all these people drone on. And let me tell you something, Jennifer. I love big booty Latinas. So I sit here and I see, yes, I love.
You are out of line.
Well, I can't say I love big booty Latinas? How do you figure that?
That
Wait,
is
how is that
first response?
So my First Amendment right, I'm allowed to say I like big booty Latinas. How is that a crime? Is that because you're a big booty Latina?
That is the second time.
Wait, how is that?
Do you have a comment?
No, I do have a comment about technology,
exploring?
but you're yelling at me because I'm talking about big booty Latinas. Like, listen, AOC is my favorite big booty Latina. You're my second favorite big booty Latina. So don't get all, butthurt about that. I still think you're a beautiful lady. Little thick, but I like them thick. I mean, I don't want some skinny mini girl. I want somebody that has some cushion for the pushing. You know what I mean, Jennifer? So this is the problem, is the tech here in New York City, it's absolutely ridiculous. Now my wife has got her OnlyFans on mycity.com. She's on My City showing her vagina for like $5.99 a month. And I know that you could probably make some money. Yeah, that's what My City, Jennifer. What? What's wrong? Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Well, do you know the First Amendment? I'm allowed. Hey, no.
Twice already.
Do you not understand the First Amendment? I'm allowed to say whatever I want. No, you don't understand the First Amendment. Okay, then I'm allowed to say big booty Latina. Big booty Latina is not a crime to say that, officer. But this guy is such a dummy. He doesn't understand. It's not a crime. I can go to a meeting. I can call him a dummy. I can call you a big booty Latina. I can call you an idiot. I can call you a mask wearer, probably 5 times vaccinated. And I know you're probably going to get my. I can say all that. I'm a pimp on a blimp. Y'all don't understand this. I've sued y'all, and I've won. So I can call you a big booty Latina. I can say whatever I want.
Thank you.
Primetime 99. Yeah, y'all going to learn the law. I'm a pimp on a blimp. Y'all think y'all can play with me? Look me up, Jennifer. Look me up. Pimp on a blimp.
I wouldn't waste the data on
No, you wouldn't waste it.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and tonight is going to be wild. We have on the one, the only, John Cerasani, to come on and give us some gambling tips and tell us how we can become our own boss by creating our own industry. And I think he calls it the 2,000% raise. So you guys might learn some tricks of the trade on how to become a successful millionaire when this guy comes on the show. But before we start all that, guys, day 2 of my heart attack recovery. I guess it's not even day 2 because yesterday I got discharged from the hospital right after the show. So I'm risking my life for you. I have an enlarged heart. I could die for this show. And you know what? If I died doing this show, at least I died doing what I love, which is the most. Oh my God, Jimmy.
This is from upper management.
Okay, this is some. They didn't tell me they're doing this. So I'm already annoyed. I don't like surprises. What is this? What is this, Jimmy? What is this?
You're legally required to eat a salad on camera.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Okay, here, let me have some of this salad real quick. Hold on, let me have some of this delicious salad. Is there any silverware in here?
There should be.
Ooh, let me put the cap on. You got to shake it. Ooh, what is this, balsamic?
Yes, it was the low fat.
It is low fat? So good. Look, a little mushroom. Maybe I'll trip out a little. Look at this.
Yeah.
Is this a magic mushroom?
We'll find out.
So let me tell you guys a little secret about the show. This is my show. I'm the host. I have a bunch of dumbass producers that work with me. So when they mess with me, I mess with them back. Use the handheld. Yeah, Jimmy, I'll be like a salad, Jimmy. Eat that salad. I don't eat salad. I'm not a homosexual. Sorry, Brandon. Gosh almighty, I'm done. I'm done with this crap. It's not funny. I had a heart attack. I almost died. I'm having heart issues now. Good. It's better than smelling like my ball sack balsamic sauce that I'm about to freaking get on Jimmy's face. All right. My hospital band I'm keeping this thing on forever, like a spring breaker in Cancun. And
That's
I'm gonna
sick.
and I'm gonna use this to get on the plane early. I'm gonna say I'm handicapped.
I think they'll know you're handicapped.
Why would you, Jimmy? What the hell? For the rest of the show, Jimmy, how about you just not talk? Can you do that?
Okay.
Good. No. Perfect. Okay, now I have salad in my mouth. Did you guys hear? TikTok is getting banned, which I kind of like, but also kind of don't like. I'm kind of in this weird vibe, but let's be real. I don't think it should be banned. I don't think it should, but I kind of want them to ban it so that people won't vote for Joe Biden. I hope they blame it on the Biden administration. So selfishly, I kind of want them to get rid of it so that it, messes up their future and destabilizing this country. But at the same time, if we don't have TikTok, how am I going to see people doing cool dances and creating like tax scams and stuff like that? So we need TikTok. Jimmy, you're doing some stupid thing about this TikTok too? Don't talk. Let Brandon talk.
Yeah, but he fucked up the Zoom meeting, so he's trying to figure it out because he's retarded.
Wait, why is the camera all messed up?
Well, because Jimmy's supposed to be sharing his screen, but right now he's sharing his computer camera.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. I kind of like when he shares his computer camera.
I was hoping his browser history would come up, but
Well, I mean, Jimmy doesn't look at anything. Jimmy's too gay to look at anything.
oh.
Jimmy, honestly, what is in your browser history? Like, are you a furry? You're probably like or you know what I bet it is? My Little Pony. I bet Jimmy loves My Little Pony.
You think he's a brony?
A little bit.
That would make sense.
That would make a little more sense.
I think they do a lot of that at Princeton.
Okay. Oh, this is my pitch to buy TikTok. So, stop, Jimmy. Stop talking.
Okay.
Talk to Brandon and he can relay. Whatever you need to say, just tell it to Brandon. He can speak for you.
All right. This is your pitch
All right.
for buying TikTok.
First, my 8 rules when I buy TikTok. What does that say? China can go F itself? No, dude.
Fart
no.
itself.
Yeah, I don't want to say that about China. They'll come shoot me with another heart attack gun. Okay, rule number 1. The algorithm will boost all big booty Latinas. Don't say anything.
You can go to the next one, Jimmy. He read it.
Number 2, we're going to ban all flat earth deniers. If you are a globe head and you think the earth is some magic ball made of 75% water that's spinning through the earth, 4 different directions, you're not allowed on my app. Okay, number 3. Kamala Harris' face will be blurred in all videos for user safety. Now, I do kind of like that. But actually, I don't like that rule. Jimmy, did you write that rule? And tell Brandon whatever you want to answer, because that's one of our biggest videos is the Kamala Harris video.
Yeah, of course Jimmy wrote it. It's dumb.
Oh, my God, this is so bad. All right. And then, of course, he went to Princeton, so he made a gay PowerPoint. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but...
It is the gayest of all the
It's
Microsoft apps, yeah.
And he uses this app all... Stop, Jimmy. He uses this app all the time. He loves using PowerPoints. Like, that's all they taught you. You spent $200,000 at Princeton to learn how to make bad PowerPoints. Okay, number 4. Slurs against British people are allowed. Oh, is that because Prince Andrew's a pedo? Okay, I like that one.
Correct.
All right. And, speaking of the British family, actually go back to number 4. Kate Middleton is dead.
Do you believe that?
Oh, I know it. I saw a QAnon. I'm still reading Q drops.
You think they're going to replace her with someone else or lookalike?
You know what? Some people say she was never even alive in the first place. Have you ever heard that conspiracy that she's always been a hologram?
Oh, hologram, or you think it was a mask?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, is Joe Biden really being played by Jim Carrey? Probably, right?
Probably. That would make sense. I mean, we do know that Prince Harry likes to get pegged. Maybe that's why they got rid of her.
And they knighted Jimmy Savile, the world's most powerful pedophile before Jeffrey Epstein. So they really got some bad company. So British people, you guys can suck it. All right, number 5. Free shake weights for all female creators and guys, because we love that too. We want guys to feel comfortable. The site is, we're going to let gay people on the site, right, Jimmy?
Yes.
Don't talk. You talk to Brandon and then he talks for you.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Number 6. Must adopt a junkyard cat or be shadow banned. That is true. If you don't have at least one cat, and you have to do a proof of life, you have to post a video with your cat or you're shadow banned. You're not going to get any engagement whatsoever. I love this rule.
How are the kittens doing, by the way?
You know, it's funny you say that because I felt it's causing me a lot of anxiety in that hospital knowing that Lucky was there with 3 kittens, and I've already lost 1 kitten. That's another thing. Why did I have a heart attack? Maybe because I have sweet kittens that are born with cleft palates that are dying in my arms. You know, that could be causing me stress. Watching a kitten die, the sweetest animal of all time, very similar to almost like an infant dying. So very sad. So that could be causing my heart issues. But there's 3 other cats there, and one of them, I don't know if I told you, has like a little thing on his butt that's kind of weird that we had to go get drained. So. And then the thing that got drained is coming back, so I'm kind of worried about one of the kittens. But other than that, the other 2 kittens seem to be doing pretty good. I'm bottle feeding them, so keep an eye out. And Matthew Adams is getting one of those cats. I don't know how he's going to get it back to his hometown. I guess maybe he's going to have to fly with it. But I just saw a video on Delta where there was a huge fight because the cat got loose and pooped and peed all over the airplane. Did you see that video?
That's pretty funny, actually.
That was pretty cool. I would have been laughing my ass off. All right, rule number 7. Harry Season can only post himself doing TikTok dances. I like that, and he has to be pro-Trump. We need to add that to it. He can only talk about Trump positively. Okay, rule number 8. JVT cannot use TikTok. Yes, you cannot. And did you by chance, did Jimmy upload any of his cringe TikTok videos on this?
Absolutely not. I shot that down.
You should have actually played it. Jimmy, if everybody needs to go follow Jimmy's TikTok, Jimmy, tell Brandon what your TikTok is so people can follow it.
JVT Entertainment.
JVT Entertainment. Please go leave hate comments to him.
Go leave as many terrible comments as you can on that. Go to JVT Entertainment.
Apparently, it's all his stupid babies, so you can leave hate comments for either.
That's
of them, I
fine.
guess. Yeah.
Go after the baby hard. Go attack the baby.
We got to toughen up her skin. Young.
Yes, the baby needs very thick skin.
I mean, she's got Jimmy
as
for
her
a father. She's going to get picked on.
And Jimmy, did you take her to a bar and tell Brandon, did you take her to a bar this weekend too?
Yeah, I did. The Rustic.
The Rustic, dude, that is STD. That's chlamydia central, dude.
Didn't have.
He alleges she didn't have sex with anyone.
Okay, well, did she share a fork with anybody?
Jimmy.
Sometimes they don't
From a
wash.
bottle.
Shut up, Jimmy. Sometimes they don't wash the forks, and then you had an HIV positive guy use that fork, and then it didn't get washed. Next thing you know, your daughter has HIV. So I'd be very careful going to the Rustic and taking your daughter to a bar. But call me crazy.
I would never.
No, I would never. And I have a bunch of kids, and I don't pay child support. I don't even acknowledge them. I'm still a better father than you, Jimmy. Yep.
Okay.
He's sighing in exasperation, but I think
told
he
him not to
agrees.
talk. I told him not to. What is the chat saying? Does the chat hate this like as much as I hate it? Chat, give me some ones. If you hate this bit as much as I hated it, I want ones in the chat. All you chat rats. Oh, and speaking of, do a shameless plug before we get John Cerasani on. All of my Dallas peeps, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, it's going to be me, Jimmy, the whole crew. We're going to be in Dallas at Hyenas on March 24th. Come and say hey if you're in the area. And then on top of that, April 26 and 27, we're doing a chat rat meetup. Primetime Alex Stein's headlining the Vulcan, and we're also doing the Minds event. So if you guys buy a ticket to my show, I'll get you into the Minds event as well on that Saturday night. So all you chat rats, we need you guys all there. Okay, now are we doing the ad read for CastBrew Coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I need to dispel some rumors. A lot of people know about, my personal brew, the double caffeinated coffee. I just want to say, even though this is strong and I had a heart attack, this is not the reason. So this is safe. A lot of people say, oh, Alex is drinking too much CastBrew Coffee. That's why you had a heart attack. False. This is not why I had a heart attack. This is safe and effective, just like the vaccine. So do not blame Tim Pool. He's my hero. And every time you buy a cup of coffee or a bag of coffee from CastBrew, you stop Asian hate because Tim is part Korean. So think about that when you make a purchase. Do you want to help all the people that are pro-Asian hate? No, you want to stop Asian hate. So buy some CastBrew. All right. Born of a desire for a bold coffee and a need to build companies that support American values, CastBrew Coffee provides an alternative to the faceless corporate ecosystem and fosters a parallel economy that supports freedom. Try my own personal blend, Alex Stein's Primetime Grind. It's a dark roast, 100% organic, ground coffee with 2 times the amount of caffeine. It's the strongest coffee known to man. Trust me, my heart knows it. However, due to some legal reasons, I had to issue a statement that coffee grounds are not meant to be snorted, injected, or inserted rectally. We got some reports of some tragic but hilarious 911 calls, and we needed to issue this statement. Just visit CastBrew.com. Use promo code PRIMETIME for 10% off. Again, that's CastBrew.com, promo code PRIMETIME. Drink your coffee responsibly. And I'm asking one of you chat rats, you don't need a super chat tonight, but somebody go buy 1 bag of coffee and use my promo code. They check, and it's nice when the show airs and then somebody uses the code after. Because how many times, I've used the code 11 times myself just so they think that we're selling a lot of coffee. Did you know that, Jimmy?
I did not.
How many times have you stopped? Just talk to Brandon. Brandon can talk for you. How many times have you used the promo code buying this to keep your job safe?
0. Absolutely 0.
Jimmy, do you want to keep your damn job, dude? Go use this promo code and go buy a $10 bag of coffee. It's priced comparatively. And listen, I have friends at Black Rifle Coffee, but did you see all that drama?
I did. How do we feel about them? Pro?
Well, I
against?
like some of the guys at Black Rifle. I mean, I don't know why they talk crap about...
The coffee is good.
Coffee's good. I don't know why they talk crap about Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
But they did have some employees that donated to Act Blue, which is a liberal, political action committee that helps all of the liberal politicians.
Are we sure Jimmy hasn't done that?
Jimmy's vaccinated, dude.
That's true. That's probably...
That's when I got the viral shedding!
Yep.
Oh my God! I almost broke the monitor. Sorry about that. I actually hit the monitor. I didn't mean to. I usually try to throw it below it. Sorry about that, Nate. That's where I got the shedding! I got it from Jimmy! Jimmy, you're trying to kill me! You're trying to kill me, Jimmy! Just want to say the vaccine is safe and effective for everybody. It's very safe and effective. Okay, do we have our guest? Is he ready?
No, we have a lot more to go through before the guest.
What else do Jimmy talk
shut
to
up.
Brandon? Just tell Brandon this. Why is that so hard? Why can't you follow directions?
Unfortunately, we got to do Don Lemon and then the caption contest.
The caption contest, we're still doing that crap?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Jimmy, we have less than 700 live viewers at this moment because of your ass. You realize that, Jimmy? That we have low viewership because of you? Say yes to Brandon.
Yes.
Okay. Don Lemon, one of the greatest hosts in American history, got fired by Elon Musk. It's a very sad day. I just want all of us to take a moment of silence for Don. All right, now we're going to read this statement. Maybe?
We have a soundbite.
Okay, let's play the soundbite.
Hi everyone, Elon Musk is mad at me, and I just put out a statement about what happened between him, me, and the interview that he is apparently so upset about. But make no mistake about this. This is going to be my first episode of the Don Lemon Show this coming Monday, March 18th, so make sure you tune in. This does not change anything about the show except for my relationship with Elon and X, and there's a whole lot that went down, and I'm going to tell you about in the coming days. I know, though, that many of you were not happy that I was doing this in the first place, and you told me so. I just want you to know that I did this deal because not only do I believe in free speech, but I believed that this was the best possible chance for the work that I'm doing to reach the largest amount of people. So speaking of free speech, right, I thought the first person interview, no brainer, Elon Musk, the man who calls himself a free speech absolutist. Yeah. I asked him to do it. He willingly agreed to the interview. Throughout our conversation, I kept reiterating to him that although it was tense at times, I thought it was good for people to see and hear our exchange and that they would learn from our conversation, learn more about him, learn more about me. But apparently, free speech absolutism doesn't apply when it comes to questions about him from people like me. What did we talk about? Why is he so upset? Does he even have a reason to be upset? Make sure you watch it on Monday on YouTube and everywhere you listen to podcasts, and you can decide for yourself. You can even watch it on X because I'm still going to post it there, and I'm sure others will as well.
Well, as all of you know, Dom Lucre taught Jimmy a tough lesson that if you have only 5,000 Twitter followers, you're not allowed to talk to somebody with a lot of Twitter followers. And I have over 500,000 Twitter followers, and I get a special email from X because they love, the big influencers. And they actually told us that Don Lemon, the question that pissed off Elon the most, is he asked him which flavor of lube he likes to use for anal sex. Hit the bad joke thing.
What flavor was it?
What? Don Lemon likes chocolate flavor because you can't tell the difference if it's poop or not.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a brown liquid, so it helps.
Huh.
Why is it? Stop laughing, Jimmy.
That's Jimmy's favorite flavor, too.
Jimmy is gay conversion therapy. They use a lot of lube there. All right, now caption contest, my least favorite part of the show. And Jimmy, we're still under 800 live viewers, Jimmy, so thanks a lot. This is the legendary, iconic TV host Mike Rowe, who now, I do want to preface this by saying, Mike Rowe is now a candidate to be Robert Kennedy Jr.'s running mate. That's right. Why is that? He comes on the Primetime Alex Stein show and he gets the Primetime Alex Stein effect. Now he's a serious political candidate that could change the future of America. Why? Because he came on the blimp with the pimp. So we're looking at this picture. It doesn't even look that great. It's just us making weird waffles. Okay, that's kind of funny.
Caption when Araya like my booking agent is so
Brandon
fired.
read it.
Can I let him read it? It's kind of gay, leaning over him, and he's getting hard.
Then switch seats. Guys. Listen, I'm pro-gay, so you guys can just switch seats or scoot over.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, that's better.
Number 1, my booking agent is so fired from Araya Light.
I like that one. That's probably true. All right, number 2.
Number 2, from RC You Later. Years and years of so-called dirty jobs, and I walk into utter filth.
Okay, that's just mean, Jimmy. Come on. Number 3.
Number 3, from Spoony Samurai. Jimmy saved the placenta just so we could make pancakes for you, Mike.
Jimmy probably did eat the placenta. Did you eat your baby's placenta, Jimmy?
No, but he said for the next baby, we can bring it in and have you eat some on air.
You want me to eat the placenta out of your wife's vagina?
Well, no, they take it out.
Yeah, but it starts inside there, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you don't have to harvest it.
I don't mind.
Next.
Shut up, Jimmy.
Yeah, shut up, Jimmy.
Number 4, Adrenochrome Junkie 1223. When your dad hasn't fully accepted your gay interracial marriage.
Okay, that's kind of funny. I like number 4. Okay, you guys choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. Make sure to vote in the chat. Now, is our guest ready?
Yep.
Thank God. All right, guys, we now welcome on serial entrepreneur and host of the 2000% Raise, a guy that's a badass all over the internet. Please welcome on John Cerasani. And why did you spell his name? He spelled your name wrong, John, my dumbass producer, who I just hate him. He's such an idiot. Went to Princeton. He thinks he's so smart. Did you spell Cerasani right in his lower third? Please show me the lower third.
I think I misspelled it.
You're fucking kidding me, Jimmy.
I just realized I did. I'm so.
No, that's right.
No,
Cerasani.
that's right.
Yes,
That's right.
thank God.
I misspelled it in the teleprompter.
Sorry, John. Welcome. Shut up, Jimmy. Welcome to the show, John. You're an icon. How are you doing, my friend?
Thanks, man. The show's called Prime Time, so I thought I'd wear my sunglasses for you tonight. Is that all right?
No, you're looking good. No, John, listen, I watch your freaking Instagram all day long. I like you. I know you're a very wealthy man. You're a badass businessman, but let's be real. I love to gamble. I love to hang out in casinos. I'm a degenerate gambler myself, and I love watching your videos because I kind of like to watch other people gamble. So what do you think about gambling content? Because in a way, isn't that kind of why you're super popular right now?
Brother, I'm going to tell you right now what's so funny is, so for a good year, I'm doing like business acumen, expertise shit. Well, here, I sold my company into private equity and I quit my job in corporate America. I gave myself a 2,000% raise and I was good, man, like 50 to 100,000 followers, kind of, slowly climbing. When I started posting the shit I do at casinos playing blackjack, it just went, phew. And what was cool about it, man, it didn't alienate the other people. In fact, it kind of like opened their eyes. Okay, wait, here's somebody actually with money that's not some dickhead on the internet trying to get rich from gambling. He's saying how he plays blackjack. He's already rich, and these are his strategies to become, have some fucking fun with it. I always tell people, man, you try to get rich by gambling, and it ain't gonna happen. But if you're already got money from doing something like I did, and you gamble an amount that you could take the peaks and valleys, you have a chance to really win almost every time you go. And I haven't lost, my man, since 2021. And people think I'm full of shit. I ain't.
No, and I see your money. I know. And listen, I saw Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura. They were saying they were learning how to gamble from you. And those guys are multimillionaires. Yeah. So, but tell me this. I think we got the clip. I thought you were supposed to stay on 16. You were telling people to hit on 16. Or I thought you were supposed to hit on 16. You were telling people to stay. What's the deal with that?
It depends. See, that's what novice blackjack players don't understand. You got to look and see what the dealer's up card is, and that determines how you act.
So if they have a 10, do you hit on 16 or do you stay?
If you have a 16 and the dealer has a 7 or higher, you have to hit.
Oh my gosh, I know, but I hate hitting, especially if you're playing two hands at once and you have a good hand and the other one. You're like, the dealer's gonna bust, but. Listen,
you got to look at the hands that's mutually exclusive, man. You can't play them like that.
Well, okay, my good friend is a guy by the name of Vegas Matt. You've had to see Vegas Matt's content, right?
So here's the only reason I know who he is. I was on this guy's live stream named Steve Will Do It. Do you know who that guy is?
Yeah, of course. He seems a badass.
Yeah. I did. I only knew him from my kids. Like I know he's super popular and stuff, but I'm not exactly his demographic. Anyway, I ended up on his thing, and he was telling me this guy Vegas Matt's on there all the time with him, and now I started following him too. It's pretty good.
No, Vegas Matt's a badass, but you play blackjack, and they say the slot machine is stupid, but you know the slot machines have to pay back 90%. That doesn't mean if you put $100 in, you're going to get 90 back. But I kind of like us. I used to hate slot machines. Now I watch Vegas Matt. If you put $1,000 in a slot machine, sometimes you could win. So what do you think about slots? You don't ever play slots. What do you think about those?
No. People are telling me I should. I'm actually envious of slot players because from a comp standpoint, and I'm one of those guys. I'll buy into this shit, man. You give me that penthouse, you fly me in, you put me on a private jet, even though I don't really like private jets, but you take care of me.
I like the bigger plane too. I think the private jet has too much turbulence. Go ahead. Sorry, John.
Bro, the most money I've ever saved in my life is being freaking claustrophobic because I never fly private. I'd rather get on a 737, take seat 1E in first class. I could see the door. I see all this room all day over a private jet, and it costs obviously a fraction of the price. But yeah, dude, here's the thing about slot players, man. They get the shit comped out of them. And what I mean by that is that the casinos, if you think about it, how much real estate does a slot machine take up on the casino floor? How many people do you have to have at the casino overlooking those slot machines versus a craps table? A craps table, you got 12 people, 4 people running the damn thing, and it's taking up all that damn space. You could put 7 slot machines in that same place, have one person overlooking 50 of them, okay? So because of that, casinos love it. And also, like you just said, casinos, and I'm saying in a negative way, you were saying it actually in a positive way, that 90% is going to be paid back. Listen, the Vegas rule, I think the state of Nevada rule is like 83% or something like that. Legally, they have to pay back 83% of what goes in. So when you're going down the Vegas Strip, you see signs, loosest slots on the Strip or loosest slots in Vegas, 98% payback and shit. That's because they're trying to draw people in. But let's say it's usually 90%, like you just said, because no one does the 83%. No one will gamble there. Say it's at that 90%. The casino knows it doesn't matter if you won 50 grand and I lost 40 grand, they're still winning their 10 grand. Like it's programmed that way. Whereas theoretically, there could be a night where some whale comes into a casino, wins $1 million playing blackjack, and everyone that lost were $5 hand bettors, and the casino could theoretically lose. They can't lose on slot machines. So every dollar that goes in, they know they're getting 10 cents from. So they want as many of those people as they can in the damn casino.
Okay, and so you've been banned from some casinos being an advantage player. Tell the people what is an advantage player. But this is the thing, isn't that kind of a lie though? Because your advantage is only a few percent. I know that helps you win, but why does the casino ban you for being an advantage player? I don't understand. What's that all about?
Yeah, so the reel that actually went viral on that is the Hard Rock Casino bought the Mirage. Not everybody knows that. MGM owned the Mirage on the Strip, and Seminole Hard Rock bought them. Well, Mirage was driving their big-time players out of there. MGM was having everyone go to Aria. They knew they were getting the Mirage. They kind of ignored that property. Well, MGM or Seminole Hard Rock comes in and buys it, and I gambled the Seminole Hard Rock down in Florida, and my casino host there goes, "Hey, we own the Mirage now." I go, "Dude, who the fuck's gonna go to the Mirage? I ain't going there." He goes, "Dude, there's these villas in the back that are fucking amazing. They're like little mansions." And I got to tell you, Alex, best place I've ever stayed at.
That's where Tiger Woods stays. That's where Tiger Woods took all of his mistress to, the Mirage Villas.
Bro, there's a separate entrance. You wouldn't even know it's there. There's a putting green in the backyard. There's a private. It's like you're walking in. You ever been to Versailles?
Yeah,
in Paris?
I have in France. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yes.
Bro, yeah, outside of Paris, exactly. It's like fucking walking into Versailles, dude. I'm not kidding you. It is like that. And the gardens, it's fucking awesome. So I'm there, dude, and I'm playing. Now here's the damn thing. They're high limit. I'm the only baller in there, okay? And I'm not betting like 50 grand a hand. I'm not like, Floyd or Dana White or something. I'm betting like $5 a hand.
It's a lot.
Well, I take them, dude. I take them for like 90 grand. And then I just stop because I'm looking at the environment. Everyone's playing with like red chips. It's like the high limit dealers are in like, hockey jerseys and shit. I go, I will be so fucking pissed if I end up losing 200 grand at this place. So once I was up, I'm like, pause. I'm done. Well, I only ended up playing over 3 days. I only ended up playing for 90 minutes. So they come back and they tell me I'm an advantage player, but they couldn't explain to me why. Now, typically advantage player means that you're counting the cards in blackjack and you're giving yourself a slight advantage. I wasn't doing that. They ended up marking me as an advantage player because they just felt like the way I gambled and the amount of money I was gambling versus the rest of the casino, they just didn't want to take that freaking heat right now. Now, when it switches full blown to a Hard Rock in a couple years and they build it into a guitar center, a guitar tower, they're not going to care about that kind of action because there's going to be a bunch of people. But at this moment, they just didn't want my action. So they didn't actually ban me, but they labeled me as an advantage player. And they said, yeah, you're welcome to come back, but we're not comping you the villas anymore. Okay. Well, why the fuck would I come back then? Like I'm not going to come back then if you're not going to. That's the only reason to come there. So they knew that. They basically, you're banned, but it's going to be a self-ban because we know you'll never come back here if we don't give you that.
Yeah, no, and they really are stingy, even though $90,000 is not that. I mean, it's a lot of money to a lot of people, but I'm saying that they've backed me off of baccarat table because I've won a couple $1,000. You know, they backed me off tables before. Yeah, I've been backed off a bunch of tables. Was I being loud and obnoxious too a little bit? Yes, but I mean, they backed me off when I was winning. I've never been backed off when I was losing. John, I've lost a lot of money. I've lost thousands of dollars, and they never backed me off then, but I've only been backed off when I've been hot, and that's happened twice.
Well, and I'll tell you what, man. I tell this story about the Mirage, and you get the trolls on Instagram and shit. We'll start like commenting like Mirage doesn't give a shit about 90 grand. And here's the thing, they fucking do. Right now they do. If literally everyone else in the place is betting red and green chips, $5.25, and some asshole comes and wins 90 grand, all those guys that lost $300 or $400 isn't going to add up to my 90 grand. They literally may have taken a loss that night. The Mirage casino floor is not very big. It's very small actually, and there's only so many table games, so it's quite feasible that they lost that night because of me.
Oh, for sure. And like some of those casinos aren't doing well. The Wynn's dominating. I think they're doing the best out in Vegas. But no, some of those casinos aren't doing that well. So now, John, I want to play this clip of Bert and Tom talking about you. I love this clip. Let's play it.
Explain who John is, if you can. Do you know who he is?
So I looked him up after, and I saw he's like, apparently what I saw was big time gambler.
He obviously is like a very experienced bettor, and he had good insight.
He's my algorithm. My algorithm was at that table. I hope he hears this and finds this with love. He is absolutely hilarious, but sometimes he doesn't know he's hilarious. So like he is a Instagram influencer who's all about invest in yourself 200%. He talks to people who have jobs and tells them that they're sucking the man's dick and big flexes. And I love this so much because it's like he's got a fountain in his living room, and he's like, "Do you have a fucking fountain in your living room?"
He's like flexing up people.
And then when haters come at him, he puts their picture up. He's like, "Yo, what's up, John?" Lights bitches up. He's 6'7". He's a big motherfucker. Played ball. I'm sure he told you that, right?
He did not actually.
He did not play football.
He was busy trying to tell me to stay on 16.
I love the guy. I follow him. He makes me giggle. Sometimes I don't think he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he's a fun guy. But that fucking table was goddamn hot.
Also, that's a pretty big deal. That's arguably the hottest comedian out right now, giving you love like that. That must feel good, John.
It's awesome, man. Bert Kreischer has been a big supporter of me, man. And we were in Tampa at the same time, and somebody noticed that we were both in there. And I knew he followed me because I noticed the day he followed me. I just happened to see the blue check mark, and Bert Kreischer's following me. That's pretty fucking cool. And it was months later, we were in Tampa at the same time, and I DM'd him. And I go, "Hey, I'm at the Hard Rock. It looks like you're here too." We got together, ended up partying all night together, met his wife, and he's just been such a big supporter of me, man. And I'll tell you what, that podcast right there was called Bussin' with the Boys. They got him Taylor Lewan and Will Compton. I didn't, yeah. And I didn't know those guys. And we were playing blackjack together that freaking night. And Will fucked it up right there. He just said I was too busy telling him to stay on 16. No, I was telling him to hit on freaking 16 because of the situation we talked about earlier. Now, if Will's listening right now, he's a great fucking dude. He's a badass linebacker in the NFL, great ass podcast host. But I will say, and hopefully he would not deny this, he had the little fucking card. Every time the fucking dealer gave him the hands, he was looking at the fucking card to see what he could. No, he had the card on him.
I mean, it's almost easy to memorize that card. But hey, wait, you're making fun of him, John. But it takes a lot of balls to have that little gay card, though, right? I mean, come on, because the dealer's trying to look at this guy like he's a, jabroni sitting at the table with that little card.
It's true. No, he had it, and I got to tell you though, man. So it was Bert's did this celebrity blackjack tournament, and Bert, like I said, he invited me, and I was just so happy to be included in that. But I didn't really know what we were walking into, and it was really he was launching this vodka he came out with called Porosos, and I didn't know walking over there. It was at the Aria. I didn't have a line of credit at the Aria, so I walk over there thinking, okay, is this just fun and games? Whatever. I grabbed 10 grand and just put it in my pocket because I wasn't staying there just in case. Well, we start gambling, bro. I usually bet 2 or 3 grand at minimum a hand. I only got 10 grand at me. I sit down. Jason Kelsey's to the left of me. Taylor Lewan's across the frickin' thing, betting frickin' like literally 2,500 a hand. I only got 10 grand on me, bro. I'm like, dude, I can't look like a little fucking bitch in front of these fucking guys. So I start betting $1 grand. Well, $1 grand's not enough, or $1 grand is too much if you only have 10 grand. Yeah. So people say, hey, do you ever feel the pressure when you got like 10 grand out there and there's a double down or a split, or that it turns into like 50 or 40 grand? Dude, yeah, I feel that pressure. But that table with those guys, Bird and Tom included, I just wanted to keep playing with them. So I was feeling the pressure. I just don't want my 10 grand to run out, dude. Not that I would have been embarrassed in front of them losing the money. I didn't give a fuck about that. It was just more like I wanted to stay in the game. And luckily we all went on a fucking heater and ended up being a great freaking time, man. Great freaking time. It was a Super Bowl week.
Okay, and that was those videos are epic. So now we talked about gambling, but let me talk about why I like you so much and why I think it is actually really important what you're doing. You're talking about the 2,000% raise, and you tell people to quit your corporate job. Me, a little bit of my backstory. You probably don't know this, John. I worked for a reality show called Cheaters. We catch people cheating on their husbands and wives. That was you? Yeah, I worked on that show for years, but I signed an NDA, so I have to say it's 1,000% real. Nothing is funny about it, but that's neither here nor there talking about that. But my point is, I worked for that company for nearly 10 years, and I always wanted to be in the television and film industry. I've worked in other jobs, other production jobs, and I had a good gig working there. The host died of a heart attack. He was a friend, drug overdose, had a cardiac arrest. My very good friend. I was so sad. But the guy that owned the production company, he said, Alex, I'm going to make you the new host of the show. You know the show backwards and forwards. You're going to be hired. Then when it came time to start the show, it was right during the pandemic. It was April of 2019 or 2020. I forget. Was the pandemic 2020 or 2019?
2018.
No, 2019.
March of 2020.
Oh, March of 20. Yeah, it was 2020. So right when that was popping off, they hired this black dude named Peter Guns, who I like, but I knew that it was Viacom, who owns MTV and VH1. They're the ones that distributed it. They wanted to have an African-American host. And the reason why I know it was a affirmative action pick is because they made him change his name from Peter Guns because they didn't want to glamorize gun violence. So they made him change his name to Peter Panky. So long story short, this is what they said, John. They said, Alex, you can stay on as a producer on the show. You can make 6 figures, have, comfortable life. And I was so mad. I didn't have any job prospects. I quit, and I started my podcast that next day. And after a couple months of my own podcast, then I started going out in city council meetings. I started creating content. My life changed. Now I work for a major production company here in Dallas. I make a lot more money. I'm just saying I'm a lot more successful because I went and I bet on myself. So yeah, I did sign up to another company, but I'm saying this company helps me. I have a whole crew. It was a good deal for me to work here. But my point is, I wouldn't have had this job. The Blaze would have never come and talked to me and hired me if I didn't go out on my own and take some risks. And everybody called me stupid. My dad said you're stupid. My girlfriend at the time said I was stupid.
Boom.
And now look at me now. Now my dad is like, you're not so stupid. So you encouraging people to go out on their own. Explain why that's so important and how that changed your life, John.
Listen, man, it was 2005. I worked at a company called Arthur J. Gallagher and Company. Anybody that works in insurance would know that name. If you're just a regular person, you probably wouldn't. But if you're in corporate America and work with insurance companies, they're an insurance intermediary for, big corporations. And I was coming up there. And I was bringing in money, and one day I went and asked for a raise because I thought I deserved it. Okay, I was making 140 grand, not bad for a 26 or 27-year-old, whatever I was at the time. And I knew I was bringing in 800 grand of business. So instead of asking myself, is this 140, is that worth it for me? Instead of looking at it that way, I started saying, okay, wait, what are they doing to have this 660? Because everything I was doing there was brokerage and consulting. I knew I could go out and do it on my own. I knew there was other paths. So giving them this much money out of the money I'm bringing in, and once I started looking at it that way, and I started asking around to the 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds in the office, and they can't admit that it's a good idea. Well, yeah, go on your own, buddy. Go ahead and do it. They're not going to say that because it would fuck up their whole life thesis. I'm the young 25-year-old, bright-eyed, like asking them a million questions. They love that. They're living for that. They're giving me advice. Well, wait, no, you can't do that. It's very complicated. It's very complex. Well, I fucking went out on my own, Alex, and did the shit from my kitchen table. Everyone said, no big corporations are going to work with you. You're going to have to go downstream. Yeah, good luck getting like barber shops and freaking record stores, buddy. Those are shitty accounts for what we did. And I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm going to keep it in the middle market and up, just like we are now. And it fucking worked. 9.5 years later, I sold the company for a few dozen millions of dollars to a private equity-backed competitor. I owned 100% of it. I was 37 years old. And my fucking grandkids don't have to work now, but they will.
They will. They better work. And then, John, you're also an athlete. So tell me a little bit about your football career.
That just became a life of its own on social media. I swear to God, because people see how big I am. I'm 6'5", 270, so it comes out. But I usually don't lead with this. I did play tight end for Lou Holtz at Notre Dame back in the 90s. Ended up having a little off the field adversity that led me to transfer, and I transferred to Northwestern. I'm going to tell you what, Alex, probably the best thing I ever did transfer into Northwestern. When people say, hey, where'd you play football at? And if I say Notre Dame, they say, hey, shit, you must have been a good football player. If I say, hey, I played football at Northwestern, they say, oh, shit, you must have been smart.
Yeah.
Now, when you're in your 40s, it's better to be looked at as smart than a good football player. All right? Even if it's not true.
Yeah, and I played football at University of South Florida my freshman year. Got my ass kicked so much I had to quit. I wish I would have played football at a small school like, Washington and Lee or William and Mary. Those schools recruited me, but I thought I was such hot shit. I'm like, I'm going to go D1. In the first practice, a guy, Steven Nicholas, who got drafted in the 3rd round by the Atlanta Falcons, hit me so hard I got a concussion my first practice. So playing sports
Shut up.
Yes. Dude,
was Charlie Strong your head coach?
No, Charlie wasn't there yet. I had Jim Levitt was my coach. He came in there after me. You know Charlie?
Well, he was I played tight end, but he was a young 24-year-old defensive line coach at Notre Dame when I was there.
Oh, wow. And you played with Lou Holtz. So that's insane. I mean, it doesn't get more iconic than that.
And Lou Holtz launched Charlie Strong. So Holtz loved Strong and he put him as defensive coordinator when Holtz went over to University of South Carolina, and that kind of launched Strong's whole career, obviously.
Okay, my producer's in my ear. My gay producer wants to talk about his college football career. He played at Princeton. He played at Ivy League.
Oh, shit. Okay.
No.
So nerdy, but less good at football.
Yeah.
That was it.
But you know what, though?
He's gay.
What?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you what, bro. I have a buddy of mine's kid was a very good high school quarterback, but all stayed in Illinois and all this shit. And he got offered to Princeton, but you have to pay for school. Obviously, they don't have scholarships. And he ended up going to a different 1AA school. And, it's fine. And he did fine there and whatever. It's like, dude, to pass up an opportunity, especially if football is your ticket in. If you could have went to Princeton anyway, that's one thing. But if you used football to get you in that door, you know what I mean? I have no business going to Northwestern. I had no business being there. I wasn't a dumbass, but you think my classmates, like, they're looking at me like, what'd you get? Oh, they had a 3.3 in high school. Fucking idiot. You know what I mean? But now you're putting yourself in the rooms with those people, and I think
I had no chance without football. But look how far it's gotten me. Now I'm getting yelled at by someone who majored in Bud Light at LSU.
Yeah, I graduated from LSU, and I had a chronic addiction to alcohol, sex, drugs, gambling. Now I'm just addicted to gambling and sex. So, I'm doing better. I got rid of a lot of my vices.
So wait, you left South Florida for LSU?
Yeah, and I didn't play football there. The reason why I went to LSU is when we went on our high school visits, it was the place our fake IDs worked the best. That's literally why we went there. It was so dumb. We almost went to Ole Miss because they worked really good there, but a couple bars shut us down at Ole Miss. None of the bars shut us down when we visited in Baton Rouge. So we're like, let's go there so we can get wasted. And they had the all-you-can-drink back then where you pay $12 or $15 and you get all-you-can-drink whiskey. Oh, my gosh, that was a hell of a time.
That was every Thursday. You know what's so funny, man? You're just bringing up all these freaking schools that Notre Dame hates, or Notre Dame coaches graduate to LSU. LSU is kind of a bad word in the the Notre Dame community right now because Brian Kelly left.
Yeah, but Brian Kelly, you like Brian Kelly? Brian Kelly's a bum. I hope you like Brian Kelly that much?
Brother, it was a wake-up call for Notre Dame fans everywhere because Notre Dame has themselves in that same category as the SEC schools. Yeah. And Brian Kelly is actually, even though he never won a national championship, he's the winningest coach in Notre Dame history.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
He's the winningest coach at Notre Dame history. So him leaving for another job that we saw as like down, that obviously he saw as better. It's like, wake up call. Let's look in the freaking mirror. Whoops.
Well, they just paid him more money. I mean, I think the prestige of Notre Dame is as big as it gets. But you know this, now it's all changed with TV. There's a time on NBC where everybody saw every Notre Dame game. They were like the Dallas Cowboys of college football. So now that you have 10 million stations, they haven't lost, the mystique, but it's a little different, right, John?
That mystique was built because of that NBC contract. I firmly believe that I recently became last few years friends with Roddy White, who was a star in the Atlanta Falcons for years, and we were actually gambling together at the Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, and he was saying how everyone down, and he grew up in I think Alabama or Mississippi or something, but he was saying like how, Notre Dame, everybody watched that because especially if you were in a family that didn't have cable growing up, that was the only team that was on every week. It was national TV every freaking week. So that mystique was built. And I'll tell you what, I found this shit, and maybe I need to start leaning into it more than I fucking do. But like telling people if they're in that right age demographic, you tell them you played football at Notre Dame. It's like saying you played on the fucking Cowboys to some people. It's better
agree.
to some people.
No, it really is. No, that's an iconic thing. Lou Holtz offered me a scholarship at that time. It'd be hard to say no. Okay, now let's get into this. Now I want to ask you some questions. First question, now I'll ask you some political questions. John, was 9/11 an inside job in your opinion, or was it exactly how the government described it?
I would say I've always shit.
What do you want to say? I think it was a fuddy-duddy. I think something weird happened. If you're asking me, but I'd like to get your opinion.
I'll tell you what I think about one part of it is that I don't know if the job itself was an inside job or a government thing, but one thing I've always felt, even the day after it freaking happened, that one plane that got shot, that crashed in the middle of the forest. I'm like, we shot that fucking thing down. We shot that fucking down. I've said that since fucking September 12th, 2001 or whatever year it was.
Now, and then 3 towers fell from 2 planes. A lot of weird stuff. Okay, now we asked you that. I always ask three hard questions. Now, the 1969 through 1972 moon landing, was it real or fake? Did America land a man on the moon, John?
I have never doubted that.
Oh
happened.
my God, you're smarter than that. Okay, all right. Now I don't believe in the moon landing. Okay, he's a moon landing believer. Now he's not going to believe this last one. John.
Oh fuck.
Is the Earth round or flat?
Come on, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's flat, right? It's an ice hole. I'm serious, all right? It's flat. Doesn't everybody know that? I mean, don't you have YouTube?
Wasn't there just some college football player that got blasted for saying that?
That guy, yes, he said the Earth is flat.
Yeah. I am becoming a meme like that guy. All right, buddy.
We need you to just say the Earth is flat. Damn it. All right, we were gonna get 1 million clicks with that one. Okay, now my producer wants to ask you a dumbass question. What do you want to say, Jimmy?
Okay, just real quick, $20 super chat. Chase said, "Send Jimmy to Haiti fund. Flight is only $299."
I would love that, but I haven't seen them eating any white people. I only see them eating black people, so they might not eat you,
they're
Jimmy.
into dark meat.
Yeah, they might like dark meat, which I like dark meat chicken more than white meat.
Okay, John, I want to play this video for you, and then I have a question from it. So, shot 4.
Shit.
Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Yo, what up? Yeah. I'm at the Mirage. Where at? Oh, no. I'm not on the regular part of the Mirage. The villas. Yeah, the secret entrance in the back. General public's not aware. I bet. I'll meet you by my private hot tub and pool. I bet.
Badass video.
Okay, so tinfoil hat here. Rich people don't flaunt their wealth like that.
Oh my
So
God.
are you actually poor and printing money?
Jimmy.
Hey. So here's the thing, man. A lot of the trolls will comment that rich people move in silence, and here's what I'll tell you, man. Okay, I moved in silence for a while. All right, now I'm able to kind of talk about it and tell people where the fucking money came from. I'm always very clear. This money did not come from fucking gambling. It came from working my ass off with my head to the ground for 15 years. And a lot of people think I hate W-2 employees. I don't. As a W-2 employee, I learned the freaking industry and did what I call my fucking paid training and wrote a book about it even, working for someone else. Now I'm having some fucking fun. And the underlying message in all this shit is, hey, sky's the fucking limit. They told you, hey, you're a dude from Schaumburg like me, bro. You should be happy with that $150,000 vice president title, buddy. That's good enough for you. Listen to everybody else. No, we're going up in this motherfucker. All right. And anyone that pays enough attention to my social media realizes that every day I'll get DMs. Hey, bro, you kind of grew on me. I kind of thought you were an asshole those first couple fucking weeks, but you fucking grew on me. Or they think I'm trying to sell something. I ain't trying to sell fucking shit. I don't have a fucking agenda. Now, like, honestly, if fucking like a Blaze TV or somebody wanted me to do something in the media, yeah, I would have a fucking great agenda. I would love to do that shit. I'm just doing all this shit on my own right now. I've not monetized anything. I'm just happy to be here, man. I feel very fortunate how things worked out for me, man. I got people like Alex following me now, people like Bert following me. Like now it's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
dude,
I followed you. I'm a big deal.
No, Jimmy, you're not. You're an idiot. But Jimmy, let me tell you why Jimmy also is lame. He doesn't realize you're in the Mirage Villas. You got probably $30,000 in your hand, and you're singing Biggie Smalls. Who is this paging me at 5:46 in the morning? Crack a dawn. And Jimmy doesn't even know that song. And Jimmy's 3 times vaccinated. So just remember that if you want to judge him.
Yeah.
So. Jimmy,
it was 90 grand. It was 90 grand, just so you know.
That was 90 grand, Jimmy, and you're trying to make fun of him for having 90 grand. Jimmy,
I don't think he's real. Like, I could buy a mansion in Schaumburg.
Jimmy, I'm sick of your dumb ass. Get off the Get off the set, Jimmy. Get out of here, Jimmy. Get off my show. I'm sick of this. Get out of here. That's balsamic, Jimmy. That's balsamic vinegar. Get off the show. Let Brandon produce the show. Okay. I'm sick of his dumb ass.
You just lost a Princeton graduate as an employee.
I don't need him. I don't need. John, he pays me to work for me because he's such a clout chaser. So get out of here. Go take a bath, Jimmy. It stinks like balsamic vinegar. Okay, now, John, you got a great podcast. What's the future for John Cerasani?
You know, I started doing something about a year ago that's really kind of materialized into something special, I think. I'm trying to take social media into real life, and I started doing events and speaking engagements. I got one actually tomorrow night in Newport Beach. You know, just smaller things. We're doing it at the private room at Mastro's, overlooking the ocean in Newport Beach. And, you know, I've had it at Live Casino in Philadelphia. I had one at the Hard Rock in Tampa, Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. And people are showing up to this shit, man. And I always kind of start the first one. Okay, it's easy to press the like button. It's easy to get the views and the comments, but people actually showing up to this shit. And it's different people, Alex. It's like, this guy might be a salesperson at a W-2. This person might be a weatherman at a local TV station. We got cops. I always joke, we got cops. We got criminals.
You have all those coins. You have all those. What are the coins called? I've gotten one of them. I forget what it's called. What are they called? Challenge coins.
They're called challenge coins, man. And I think that's kind of why things have worked out for me on social media, because I've been multifaceted with shit like that, dude. I started giving. Here's how that started, bro. Can I tell that story?
Of course,
right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we got time.
So I used to be paranoid a year ago. Like, okay, I want to appeal to everybody. I'm not trying to offend everybody and all that shit. And then I started realizing, fuck it, who gives a fuck? I'm not going to make everyone happy. But I put a reel out there saying, hey, guys, I'm not fucking shitting on W-2 employees. My dad was a high school teacher. If you're a teacher or if you're a cop, this might not be the page for you. I don't think you're being a W-2 is bad. Well, I start getting fucking DMs from all these cops all over the country saying shit to me like, we all listen to you at the station. We got side hustles, and because of our pension, we're all going to retire early, and we're starting companies. A lot of us are entrepreneurs. Don't fucking leave us out. So I take the DMs and I put them all as a reel, and I come out and say, dude, my bad, guys. I did not know. Hey, I'm a big steak eater. Cops like steaks, right? So I start fucking randomly giving $1,000 of steaks to different police stations. Different police stations now see it happening and start giving me these law enforcement challenge coins, which I had no idea what the fuck it was. And each of them start doing it. Not like I even posted it. I just started getting them in the mail from different people. I never asked for them. And now it's like become a thing where it's like so fucking cool. And for those people that don't know what a challenge coin is, I didn't either. It's a sign of respect that a person in the military or law enforcement gives to just another human. And I've got a big fucking collection, and every time I open my mail, I get them. It's fucking awesome. It's awesome.
It's an honor. Okay, before you go, now I want some gambling advice. What is it? The martingale system? I know you bet such high amounts, you can't really martingale, can you? But what do you think about what's the best betting system?
Listen, man. Here's what I'll tell you. I don't even know what the martingale is.
The martingale is when you lose one, you double your bet. So like your second bet, you'd be if you bet $1, your second bet would be $3, and your third bet would be $9 or whatever. You know, you
okay, okay, and then you just keep going until you win.
Well, if you lose, you know, it's like let's say you lose, and you double your bet, and they say, you know, if you start off with $10 and you martingale 8 times, I think you're up to like $20,000. So a normal gambler, you have to keep doubling your bet to catch up. That's a system. You know, I always watch all these YouTube videos. Check out this gambling system. Check out this. You know, so you don't use any system. You don't use any of that. You just gamble on your intuition playing blackjack.
So I have 2 main rules, man. First of all, I don't go in there trying to win 10 times my damn money. Okay, I come with a couple $100,000, and I'm trying to win like 30 or 40 grand. And I always tell people, okay, well, I know most people don't come with a couple $100,000, but what do you go to when you go to Vegas? What do you go with? Okay, you go with $5,000. All right, if you're up 1,500, are you gonna stop? Most of the time, the answer is no for people. Well, that's why you fucking lose. You're trying to turn that $5,000 into life-changing money, like at least like 80 grand or something, and you're fucking got the Porsche picked out and shit. And it's like, dude, listen, go with $5,000, win $2,000, and fucking stop, or win $2,000 and then play out another 500 and try to win a little bit more. So I do that just with larger amounts of money, and then I also don't like usually gamble locally, because if I gamble locally at like one of the riverboat casinos or something like that, it becomes like it's too much of a beginning and an end. Okay. So if I go to Rivers Casino in Rosemont, Illinois, or Des Plaines, Illinois at 7 p.m. and I'm there till midnight or something, that's an event. Okay. I could theoretically lose if that happens. Okay. Whereas if I go to, you know, the Palazzo, where I love to be at, I've never lost there, by the way, I'm on a 3-day trip. Hey, dude, you lost 20 grand tonight, dude. Chill. Tomorrow's a new fucking day. And then collectively for that trip, I'll make sure I end up on that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times you start in the hole and it fucking sucks. Well, if you're on a 4-day trip, you cut your losses for the evening, start again tomorrow. Hey, whoever was sitting next to you, you're with your wife, you're with your buddies, they kept fucking talking, sneak out of your fucking room at 9 a.m. Pretend you're getting fucking coffee, get them the fuck away from you, okay? Win back your $800 or whatever the fuck you're down. Don't fucking talk about it, all right? Just get them the fuck away. They fucked up your cards, all right?
Wow. John, I've learned a lot. Like I said, this is why you're so badass. You're unapologetically yourself. And I think that's what most people need to be, especially the people watching this. You need to, what are you doing, Jimmy? Why is Jimmy coming on set?
Since I'm fired, you have to clean up the salad.
Jimmy, get out of here, Jimmy. Gosh, there's salad everywhere. All right, John, my dumbass producer's trying to be funny. He's not. They don't teach comedy at Princeton. Okay, tell the people where they can find you and how they can support you before you go, John.
At John Cerasani on Instagram is my main thing. At John Cerasani TV on YouTube is something I'm trying to build. So check that out too.
And no, your YouTube's great. You're at like 30,000 subs. I mean, hey, listen, that's really good for your first year doing a podcast. You'll be at 300 by probably in the end of the year. Or maybe, you know, it takes about 2 years on YouTube to really catch on. Like we're in our 2nd year and this channel's really starting to blow up.
Okay.
So
well, thank you for saying that, because I'm always like, what the fuck, dude? I almost don't even want to post on there sometimes.
I know,
like, those motherfuckers.
Instagram is more fun because you get better engagement, but just keep posting on YouTube. It needs to just be kind of like a website. Create it like your own personal website that you have an archive of all your great content. And John, we're going to gamble together sooner than later. So I'm going to see you in the casino and I'm going to listen. I'm going to hit when you tell me to hit on 16. If my other hand's at 20, I'm still going to hit on my 16. And I'm still going to double. I'm still going to split. I'm going to do whatever you say, John. So everybody go follow John's stuff. And thank you for being unapologetically yourself. More people need to do that, John. So you're paving the way for young people to start speaking their minds and doing what they feel that they should do instead of listening to the man. So thank you, John.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man.
Peace. All right. That was crazy. Jimmy, come sit down. You don't have a microphone. What? Are you mad that I threw sauce on you? Come here. You can clean it up. Show Jimmy cleaning it up. Yeah, show Jimmy. Come on set and clean this up because it's all over the set too. Please clean this up. And your clothes, that balsamic vinegar is probably going to stain your shirt. You know that, right?
Yeah, Alex, there is sauce absolutely everywhere.
What do you mean? Is it on the TriCaster?
It's on everything.
That's good. That's good. Let's look at why is that bad? Is it in the computer?
A little bit in the mics.
Well, why is that bad? Is balsamic vinegar bad for electronics?
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. It's just a little balsamic vinegar, guys.
It's a little slippery back here too. You're gonna want to watch.
Well, that's on y'all. You guys need to wear better shoes. All right. So I mean, listen. balsamic vinegar never hurt anybody. Let's not act like it's a big deal. It's a little balsamic, all right? Life's a salad.
Now, on the positive note, the chat is raising money to send Jimmy to Haiti, and I'd like to keep that going if we could.
Yeah, well, I'm actually mad at the chat tonight. Tonight, our viewership was terrible on YouTube.
Yeah,
What
they
was
let
that?
us down.
What's that all about, chat rats? Look at Jimmy cleaning. Jimmy lost his job. Why did the chat rats not come out in full force tonight? I don't understand this.
I don't get it either. You know, what else can we do? We're
I'm
torturing
literally
Jimmy.
recovering from a heart attack. I'm risking my life for this damn show, and they don't ever want to freaking give me the respect by watching this show. So this is on you guys. It's not me. I just came out of the hospital so I could be here with you guys, but it doesn't even seem like you appreciate it. So maybe tomorrow, should we just take tomorrow off and I can recover from my heart?
We do have vacation days.
Yeah, I mean, what does the chat say? I mean, you guys, it didn't seem like y'all didn't share it. I don't see any rats in the chat. I mean, I want to do the show tomorrow, but happy birthday to Big Tech. I forgot to say happy birthday. We love Big Tech. Scott Sarboard, sorry I worked late. I love you, Scott. You're one of our best chat rats, but I'm sorry. Tomorrow night, I think I'm going to cancel the show. You guys have really let me down. I thought the Blaze, they said, oh, hey, take the week off. You had a heart attack. And I said, no. I don't want to take the week off because I love my audience. I know that they probably want to watch the show and they want to see me. But apparently they don't. And apparently Jimmy doesn't have a job. So we're just going to cancel the show tomorrow. And I'm going to go work on my heart. So I guess we got to end the show the same way every time with a freestyle finale. So DJ, hit that beat. The chat rats let me down, gave me a big frown. You guys made me mad. The chat rats made me sad. And I had a heart attack. And you don't care about that. I almost died. And the chat lied when they didn't show up. Y'all can't fill my cup. All of y'all suck. Y'all need to come out. Share the link. If you don't, you stink. Get the link, share it wide. Have some primetime pride. I'm a pimp on a blimp, but I'm not doing a show tomorrow. You guys didn't show up, and now I got an empty cup, so I'm taking the night off, and I hope you're sad, because I'm not glad. All I did was ask you to watch the show, but none of y'all did, and so I'm sad. So I'm just gonna go rest. I'm having heart issues right now. I'm gonna lay down. My heart kind of hurts. Peace. Good night.